Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has made a surprising announcement, abandoning his Democratic primary campaign and declaring his intent to run as an independent candidate for the presidency. This development adds a twist to the upcoming 2024 election, which was already shaping up as a likely rematch between President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump. Kennedy, a well-known environmental lawyer and vocal opponent of vaccines, comes from a prominent Democratic political family. However, he was facing an uphill battle in the Democratic primary, with more favorable ratings among Republicans than Democrats. The challenge for Kennedy is whether his Republican support will translate into a competitive general election bid, where he will also be pitted against Trump. Supporters and allies of both Biden and Trump have expressed concerns that Kennedy's candidacy could act as a spoiler. Biden supporters have largely dismissed Kennedy's primary campaign as lacking seriousness, and when asked about his independent run, a Democratic National Committee spokesperson responded with a rolling eyes emoji, ahead of Kennedy's announcement. Hundreds of supporters gathered at Philadelphia's Independence Mall, a symbolic location for his campaign launch. Campaign signs hinted at a potential new slogan, "Declare Your Independence." Among the crowd were voters who do not align with either the Democratic or Republican parties and see Kennedy as a truth-teller who doesn't sound like a typical politician. "He tells it like it is," said Julia Hill, a 23-year-old student from New Jersey. "He doesn't sound like a politician." Others, like Brent Snyder, a disabled veteran from South Philadelphia, mentioned that they had previously voted for Trump but were now seeking a change due to their dissatisfaction with the direction of the Republican Party. Snyder said, "Not that I agree with everything that's happening to Trump, but I think right now he has more baggage than his country needs. The division right now is just terrible. We need someone to bring both sides together to make us work." Kennedy's announcement follows closely on the heels of progressive activist Cornel West abandoning his Green Party bid in favor of an independent presidential run. Additionally, the centrist group No Labels is actively working to secure ballot access for an as-yet unnamed candidate. For weeks, Kennedy has been accusing the DNC of rigging the Democratic primary against him and hinting at exploring alternative options. He has criticized the DNC for not scheduling debates between Biden and other candidates and for giving South Carolina, rather than Iowa or New Hampshire, the lead-off spot in the primary calendar for this election cycle. Some far-right and anti-vaccine influencers closely associated with Kennedy have also suggested on social media that he should leave the Democratic Party. In a recent poll on X, formerly Twitter, Joseph Mercola, an influential anti-vaccine doctor allied with Kennedy, asked if Kennedy should quit the party. While Kennedy has historically identified as a Democrat and frequently invoked the legacies of his late father, Senator Robert F. Kennedy, and his uncle, President John F. Kennedy, during his campaign, he has formed close relationships with far-right figures in recent years. He has made appearances on channels run by conspiracy theorist Alex Jones and headlined events for the Reawaken America tour. Organized by Trump's former national security advisor Michael Flynn, polls indicate that Kennedy is more favorably viewed by Republicans than Democrats, and he has garnered support from some far-right conservatives for his fringe views, particularly his vocal skepticism of COVID-19 vaccines, despite scientific evidence supporting their safety and efficacy against severe disease and death.